Hello and welcome to the Recovery Oracle. My name is Veda and I am pleased to have you in this space with me today. If you are in recovery, if you are considering recovery, or if you have a loved one who is in recovery, know that you are in the right place. You are in a safe space and there is a message most likely here for you. So stay tuned. We'll see what synchronicities come through today for you, what you can relate to on your divine path to overcoming addiction in this lifetime once and for all, and what your guides, angels, and ancestors want you to know, who are also my guides, angels, and ancestors, and who are very close and here with me in this space now. So they are here with you too. And know that you are never alone. And I got full body goosebumps as I say that. You are never alone. We are never alone. We are divinely protected, guided, and heavily influenced, whether we're aware of it or not, at all times. So thank you so much for being in this space with me today. Let's start with the Talisman Oracle to get kind of themes for the reading and see where we are headed. All right, thank you so much for being here. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I'm filming this on a beautiful Sunday, September the 28th. And it's been a lovely day so far. So let's see what angels and guides want us to know right now. Thank you. Themes for the reading today. Oh. Themes for the reading. What do they want us to know? Resilience with the fox. We have creativity with the spider. Let go with the crab. So some of you could be Cancer sign as well. So resilience, creativity, let go. I think that's about letting go of fears, letting go of worries, letting go of the control of your mind, dropping down into the heart space. Anything else, angels and guides, that you want us to know today? We'll clarify and figure things out. Healing energy. And we have defense with Scorpio. This is to me saying Scorpio, Pluto, full moon, defense. This is about dropping your guard. So here we have, and we've got Destiny on the bottom of the deck. So Destiny coming out. So know that this is very much aligned with your destiny. You may know that you are on your aligned path with destiny. You may know exactly what you're doing, or you may not be aware of it yet, but understand that this healing energy, I'm getting a lot of ancestral energy from this card too, because of the tree dropping its roots down deep. Trees are always kind of symbolic of ancestral presence here for me. So there is healing energy here with us. And I do want to point out that we have let go and defense, both like Cancer and Scorpio. So water signs with pinchers. So there's kind of this like hard exterior but soft interior. And I think we are being asked to kind of drop our guard, allow ourselves to be loved, allow ourselves to be seen, allow ourselves to take risks, and let go of the defenses. Getting that very heavily. With the resilience and creativity, we have the fox and spider. Let me know if any of these are totem animals, spirit animals for you. Foxes are very clever. They're quick. They have a plan. They have a strategy. And so fox is actually one of my totem animals, as is the spider. Again, spiders are very creative and build, the spider will create a web wherever it can. And within the spider web also I get the themes of sacred geometry and patterns coming through. Also communication, the first alphabet, the first like letters created for like written language were inspired from the spider's web and those angles. So that's really beautiful. How are you exercising your creativity? What are you doing to feed that creative bug? And don't tell me you're not creative. Everybody is creative because we are creators, and we are made in the image of the creator. So you are creative in some way. Creative with your thoughts, creative with your ideas. You may be very strategic. with your creativity. You may plan things out. Know that planning and logic is very much creative. Or you could be an artist, you could be a musician. And then this resilience is all coming back to just not letting go of the defenses, letting go of the fears, and having that resilience and persevering. I see perseverance here. So pushing through any obstacles, either that are physical outside of you, or maybe like mind prison, like self-imposed limitations that you have, breaking through those barriers and persevering through those. So I really like that. And that is where you will find your healing energy and your destiny, right? Is by pushing through those mental limitations, we find healing and get aligned with our destiny. And so it's uncomfortable moments just right outside that scope of comfortability. Scope of comfortability is where the magic happens. Underneath destiny, we have willpower. I do want to say that. This is a bowl, excuse me, a lot of energy coming up right now. So some of you may be a Taurus, relate to that as well. So it looks like I'm seeing Taurus, Scorpio, Cancer. Even if that is not your sign, you may have those placements. And don't think that because that's not your sign that this isn't your reading. These are traits to adapt. The water signs, the water is very fluid and surrendering and goes with the flow. So you could also be a Pisces as well. Clever like a fox. You could be a Virgo, Cancer as well. So let's see what angels and guides want us to know about healing, energy, resilience, creativity, let go, and defense and destiny. I'm going to go to the book. Let's see, I was going to just kind of read them, but I want to see what the book has to say because they're short. They're very short. So with destiny, we have here we go. Here we go. So with destiny, social limitations and negative bias trick our subconscious into believing we are not able to achieve our desires. We are taught to hide our unique nature to fit into the environment around us. Those coping skills keep us safe and acclimated to avoid danger, but they rob us of the power of positive manifestation. By training the mind to pay attention to the positive, we feed our subconscious mind the belief that we can create our destiny and propel ourselves forward. Our minds can be free when we use this key that we've carried on our back all along. We own the power to change the narrative. And I see he's got a bird cage around his trunk is a bird cage, and there's a key on his back. So keys, bird cages could be significant, relevant to you right now. All right, so that's right along with kind of what I was saying, and I'm really glad that that's just validation that I am interpreting this the way that it's meant to. So defense says, watch out for competition in a personal or professional context. It's time to defend your current position, but you should have no problems doing so. While it is flattering that others strive for your success, this creates a very harsh environment, and it becomes difficult to lead within this dynamic. Oh, okay. You are fierce, and when you want something, you go for it. Try to understand where others are coming from, but do establish clear boundaries. Focus on the solution of the issue and defend your ground and ignore the empty chatter that could fuel the needless drama. So maybe some of you are in a position right now in the workplace or even your home environment where there's like some competition or somebody is not being respectful of your boundaries. So this card is just validating that you are doing the right thing by standing up for your boundaries, by creating those boundaries. And let's see. This is why I go to the book, because There's messages here that don't come through my channeling. So let go. Let go says, just like running water, everything keeps constantly changing. You've been holding on to a burden that's been slowing you down. Sometimes we know what that is. Other times we need to examine our needs and behavior. Often holding on comes from a need to control our life and surroundings. It gives us comfort that we can direct the circumstances and avoid a painful path. But if we let go of the illusion of control, we can find peace and enjoy the ride. Being vulnerable offers an opportunity for connection and closure. The little crab has to learn to let things go. The flower in front of him is a delicate gift from nature to bring joy. So maybe think about, are there belief systems you have, preconceived notions or assumptions on how you expect your life to go, how you expect an interaction with somebody to go? Letting go of any of that is a key to joy. No expectations, just surrender and enjoy the ride. So creativity says spider silk is 5 times stronger than steel. The spider has found the most beautiful ways to create a form that possesses strength, flexibility, delicacy, and enticement. The seed of life at the top reminds us that the evolution of the creative form takes time and can be dormant before it's ready to be released into the world. At the center, you can see a pentagram with the 5 elements. Look for inspiration everywhere around you. This card can mean creating a project or using artistry in a delicate situation. A little bit of creativity can go a long way and can brighten your spirit and lighten up the mood. Sometimes we instinctively try to use force to make something happen, but more often a creative approach will yield more fruitful results. So tell me in the comments what you're doing to feed that creative spider inside of you. I love that. I love that. I know that a lot of people that watch this channel are creatives, are musicians, and are artistic in that way, but know that you don't need to be a, what is that? That's a right brain, right? Right brain, left hand. It's our creativity. You don't need to be, you can very much be a logically brain person and be creative. We are, yes, like I said, we're creators. Everything is creation. Okay, so then we have healing energy here. So take a moment to reconnect with your true self. It's time to heal the wounds you might carry, dissolve the stress, and replace the negative energy blocking your radiant character. Little insecurities can become trigger points, so it's time to affirm our values and embrace our quirks. Sometimes self-examination can be scary and upsetting, but it also brings joy and rebirth. Healing deeper scars doesn't mean that the pain or harm never existed, but it will no longer control your actions. This tree is anchored and is absorbing the energy from the transmutation circle. You own the power of your own transformation, and you too can blossom with lush energy. So I know this has been a big year of healing for quite a few of us. Snake, year of shedding, year of the snake, year 9. We are doing a lot of healing and processing this year, and know that this card, so the talisman power here says you can use this card when you feel drained and in need of healing power. You can meditate with this card. So if you don't have this card, obviously, but meditate with a focus on the tree. So it says meditate with this card by envisioning growing roots similar to a tree going deep into the ground, tapping into the vast energy that the world is made of. Imagine luminous veins growing on you, reaching every part of your body. Your heart and your mind are now shining brighter. Light radiates out of your body and out into the space. And that affirmation says, I am healing. So maybe some of you do that. If you are grounding, when you go into meditation and doing grounding, I literally do that right before I press play on this channel. I ground my energy down. I create a pillar of light going out to the divine. So maybe some of you are doing that as well. Maybe that's why this card came through. Resilience with the fox. And then we'll get into the tarot. So let's see. With the fox, resilience. There might be a task you have to undertake that will be difficult, unpleasant, or inconvenient. It may affect other people's feelings, but you are obliged to first make sure that you are safe and provided for. When our physical needs are not met, elevating the mind and soul can sound impossible. Use your positive attitude and steady temper to avoid focusing on feelings of guilt or doubt. Dealing with adversity makes us more resilient, and it does the same for others. We cannot shield our loved ones from difficulties, but we can be there to hold their hand and offer our understanding and empathy. You are making the right move. So some of you may be going through something right now where you have to be there for others. Make sure that you are filling your cup first. Make sure that you are practicing all the self-care, that you're doing the best, that you're doing the meditation, that you're feeling so divinely loved and a joy and peace within your own heart before you go to try to help others. Put on your own oxygen mask first. And this, the talisman power for this card says, use this card when you need to stay sharp and clever. This is not a card to use for deceit, but it is about becoming mindfully cunning and finding a creative way to provide for your own needs. Imagine the clever fox finding and learning the ways around the hunter traps. Look for ideas all around. And it says, I am resilient. So you can tell yourself that affirmation, I am resilient. And I know for a fact that you are resilient because you're in recovery, because you've overcome addiction. You, of course, you're fucking resilient. So I really like that coming out for the collective here. Okay. Alrighty, I have the angels and ancestors out. Let's see. Let's get into seeing what the angels and ancestors, and then maybe we can clarify with some tarot. But this deck wanted to come out as well. This is my most recent Kyle Gray deck, Angels and Ancestors. So there are all different types of ancestors, former earthly types of people from all over the world, as well as types of angels and guardians and seasons and symbols. So I really like this deck because it includes a lot. So okay, angels and ancestors. What do we need to know from these cards today? What is the message? What are the messages with resilience, creativity, healing energy, letting go, defense, and destiny? There we go. Be the light with a witch coming out. I like that. So knowing your magic, knowing your power, being the light for others. Mountains, withstanding your ground. Mountains also tell me that there is like the mountains to me represent the great work. Your great work, your destined path is your mountain, right? So I really like that coming out. Being the light. Some of you obviously probably identify as light workers. I know you are light workers and star seeds. We have the water guardian with connecting to your emotions. This is very much this is like the Queen of Cups energy, Queen or King of Cups in the tarot. So it's all about emotions, depth, your psychic intuition, your inner knowing. And let's see. So owls, moths. Owls, moths could be relevant for somebody. We also have grapevines here. Grapevines represent abundance. Anything else, angels and guides? Go. Air guardian, shifting your perception. Okay, so the air guardian is all about our mental space, our minds, our thoughts, our ideals. On the bottom, we have the mirror guardian, taking time to reflect. So take the time to reflect on who you used to be, how far you've come. Be so, so, so proud of yourself and all the hard work you've done. And And then we have the great teacher, learn from spiritual experiences. So, and he looks like Jesus to me, or like the Jesus that is in most of the pictures, depictions of Jesus, right? And he is letting go that dove represents being peace. So let's see what they want us to know with the great teacher. This also kind of is the Hierophant to me in the tarot. Very, very Hierophant energy. Let's see what they want us to know about these here. Move my little bowl over here. Okay, so we have the great teacher, water guardian, be the light, the witch, and the owl. Very Celtic energy. You may have Celtic ancestry. The mountains, stand your ground. This definitely represents a great work, right? The climb, the journey. Air guardian, shifting your perception. You may know people who look like the people on these cards as well. That may be a synchronicity for you. Okay. Let's clarify with the tarot why the great teacher is here. Learning from spiritual experiences. So maybe some of you have had some spiritual experiences lately, either in meditation, in group settings, through teachers, mentors, people on YouTube, possibly. You'll have to tell me in the comments how this relates to you. Angels and guides, why is the great teacher here? Learning from spiritual experiences. What do we need to know through the tarot, please? Why the great teacher is here. Thank you. Ace of Materials. It's like a new physical beginning, some new, maybe you are a great teacher. This is literally like a divine physical offering. This could be a financial offering. This could be a new physical beginning, a new start for you in some way that involves matter, finances, your body, your home, your community, anything in the 3D. It's talking about the great teacher. So maybe some of you could be starting a job where you are in a position of leadership, or being a great teacher to others, guiding others. This could also represent school. Maybe some of you are starting school. What else with the Ace of Materials? Six of Inspiration. It's about being seen, visibility, victory. This is all about, well, you restabilize energetically, spiritually. This is about being visible to others, being seen, stepping into your power. This is victory after battle. So coming out with a great teacher, it's something that you're doing where you're visible, and this is a continuous message. And for those of you who have been watching, you know I use different decks all the time, but this same message of some sort of spiritual leadership, being in the limelight, being seen, being visible, is coming through. So you have this new beginning, visible to others, inspirational to others. This is very much, you are inspiring others. You're inspiring them to open up to their own spirituality in some way. Yeah. So that's what those are coming out with. So let's see. This is the collective I'm reading for. You're being called to teach, to guide, to lead in some way, some form. Why is the air guardian here, angels and guides? Why do we have the air guardian here? Answer the call. Answer the call. The air guardian, shifting your perception, coming out with the moon. It's about deep emotions. So we have the moon coming out. This is like your intuition, your intuitive knowing, your deep down inner knowing, coming out with the air guardian. So maybe shifting from what your mind, what limiting beliefs are telling you, and really dropping down into your inner knowing. This is also like the unseen, what's still in the dark, maybe something you're not aware of yet. Let's see what else they have to say. What about why is the moon here with the air guardian? Yeah, Seven of Materials. Again, that Seven of Materials is look how far you come. This is the card of growth, reflection. Look how far you've come. Yeah, so maybe some of you aren't seeing your worth right, or like seeing how fucking incredible you are and how much you've overcome. Because this is continuing to come out too. This is like, look how far you've come. So shifting your perception into not seeing what you haven't done yet. Don't see what you haven't done. Look how much you've done. Look how much you've overcome. Trust your inner knowing on that as well. Like, let yourself know you're great. Let yourself be great. Let yourself know you're great, and let yourself know that you are all powerful. You are unlimited, and you're on your path, your destined path. Literally, we have the destiny card out here. So just know that you're doing exactly, you're on the path, on the 7. This is growth. This is reflecting on your growth and how far you've come, and tending and nurturing those seeds, nurturing those seeds of accomplishment, those seeds of self-worth, of value, understanding that you are like this divine being, that you are infinite, that you are all powerful, that you are capable of great things, and that you are here to do great things. You have somebody here, you're meant to lead, you're meant to be seen, you're meant to be victorious in this life. It's your destined path to teach and show others and inspire them in some way. This is literally a new physical start doing this. So look at how far you've come and trust in that, and shift your perspective. If there's some fear around this visibility, around stepping out, don't be afraid, because you're so divinely protected in anything you do. You can't go wrong. You're not going to make the same decisions that you might have made before. You're a different person now, and you're so divinely nurtured and encouraged on this path. Don't let your fears or anything hold you back. Stand your ground with the mountains, right? So standing your ground, being strong, and setting those boundaries, and being seen, being visible. Why do we have the mountains here, angels and guides? So stand your ground. What do we need to know about this? Why do we need the mountains? Standing your ground. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see what those are. Yeah, yes, the magician. You're capable of all things. You have all the tools in the world, or at your disposal to create magic. And Knight of Inspiration, this is taking action on your passions, taking action, moving forward with your magic. So, yeah, standing your ground. This is about taking action towards your passions with your heart, with what you love. And the magician, this could also be like standing your ground, because like your manifestations are on their way. Like the Knight of Inspiration, this is Knight of Wands. This is movement in the spiritual realm, the movement of fire, the movement of passion, the movement of action. And with the magician here, it's like it's magic. It's knowing you're unlimited. It's knowing your power. So knowing your power and taking action on that, standing your ground to do the great work, to climb this mountain. Know your power, take movement on your actions. This could also be somebody coming into you, a Knight of Wands, magician. This is Mercury energy. Mercury could be a Virgo, a Libra, a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. What else? Why is the Magician here with the Knight of Inspiration and stand your ground? Anything else we need to know about that? There we go. The Devil, right? Determination. I'm definitely taking this as determination. The Devil is Capricorn energy, very, very motivated. Will do anything to climb that mountain, standing your ground. Don't let your any limiting thoughts or anything that have strings over you hold you back. But I'm definitely seeing this as being determined. Sometimes the Devil comes out as the Capricorn energy of just having that determination. And see how she's got the strings attached to her hand. She's controlling those people. She's got control. So with the Devil energy coming out, you have control and determination over your reality and co-creating the life that you want, co-creating with spirit, this path. So this is moving. Yeah, this is beautiful, actually. I like that Devil energy coming out with the Magician. And then this for some people, okay, for some people, this is about, we've got the High Priestess on the bottom, trusting your intuition, your inner knowing. For some people, with this mountains and standing your ground, you may have, the Magician can also be tricky. And the Knight of Inspiration can be, is the knight that's kind of back and forth, and can be like deceiving, and indecisive. So you've got like tricky, indecisive, and Devil energy, and coming out with the mountain. So standing your ground, maybe standing your ground with a conflict, something you're going through with somebody that is carrying this kind of energy, some sort of like manipulative, tricky energy. Standing your ground, standing firm in your boundaries and what you know, and not allowing this devilish Magician energy to get in. This seems like manipulative, narcissistic, somebody who's like holds some sort of power over you or influence over you in the way that you make your decisions. So standing your ground and overcoming that. You'll have to let me know how it relates to you. It's either having just like undeniable determination and drive to move forward with your own magic, with your own abilities, and know who you are and standing your ground, or you're dealing with somebody with some kind of manipulative energy, maybe not very healthy, maybe still in their addiction, still in unhealthy patterns that you're dealing with, and you're being told to stand your ground and you're divinely protected at all times. Okay. High Priestess on the bottom. That's your higher self. That's your higher inner guidance, right? Trust your intuition on this, whatever it is. You'll have to let me know how this relates to you. And then why do we have the witch here with Be the Light? Be the light with the witch. Angels and guides, why is the witch here, please? Be the light. 5 of Inspiration. Yeah, some conflict. Okay. This can be some competition. This can be some healthy competition, though. Some setting your boundaries, being the light, standing in your power. It seems like at the 5 of Inspiration, also understanding that nobody is your competition. Your only competition is yourself. Being the light, understanding your power. Also at the 5, we've got a change of your energy, a change of your energetics. Let's get more of that. Why is the 5 of Inspiration here with Witch? Okay. 6 of materials and 6 of emotions. The 5 of inspiration. So, okay, so this to me is saying remember in the past. This is a card of remembrance, of nostalgia, of in the past. Remember the balance of good and take your energy, be reminded of. So at the 6 of materials, this is the law of giving and receiving. Don't again allow yourself to overgive. Remember how that has served you in the past and what it's done for you. Maybe some of you gave too much and didn't give yourselves enough. So let there be a balance, a good balance there between that, and learn from the past where you overgave in some situation. I want to read about the witch being here, because at the 5 of inspiration, there could be some conflict. There's also a change in your energy, a change in your passion, a change in your understanding. So let's see what the witch card has to say. Since this deck is new to me, I'm gonna clarify why the witch is here. And then we'll understand it from the tarot a little more instead of me just guessing. Okay. So yeah, the witch says, take the higher road and choose the light. Remove yourself from lower energy experiences. Yeah, remember, yes, yeah, don't subject yourself to unnecessary conflict. Remember how that served you in the past. The witch card represents the maiden aspect of the triple goddess of paganism and modern Wicca. The maiden is a gentle, innocent, and pure aspect of the goddess, a loving soul who wants nothing but the best for the whole earth. Here she is joined by a horned barn owl, showing that she is willing to respect those with more wisdom and experience than she has, but also she is willing to trust what she feels to be right within. With this card, you are being reminded of the goodness within. So understand your goodness. And then here, I'm trying to make it so I can show you all these cards at once. That's kind of hard to do. I really want you to see this one, that one, and that one. Okay. Be reminded of the goodness of within. And maybe in the past, look at and how you've given it, like how you've given and been kind and thoughtful and charitable to others. So the extended message says, no matter what is happening to you or around you, you have a choice. Choose not to be pulled into dramas, bickering, or energies that are just going to limit your joy. Okay, that's what we have, is these like conflictual energies. If you are surrounded by people who are hostile towards you or someone else, or you are in a negative situation, perhaps in your workplace, you are being invited to be the light. You are an incredible person who can really bring light. So how can you change the energy? How can you redirect the conversation to love? How can you protect yourself? How can you help the person that is being picked on? Or are you the one who is guilty of causing the drama? You will know the answers. Know also that you are being encouraged to shine the light where you were born to share. Okay, so shine the light you were born to share, right? So if you're witnessing dramas, if you're witnessing or a part of these arguments or these bickerings or these lower vibration, this card is like kids fighting with sticks in the Rider-Waite Tarot. So it's a card of bickering. It's a card of competition, of like lower vibrational arguing, and it's not high vibe at all. So and it's represented in this card as she knows that her only competition is herself. So she's looking in all these mirrors, figuring out she's her only competition. So there's no need to take part in those lower vibrational energies. And then, yeah, you're being asked to show your heart, to show kindness to others. And at the Six of Emotions, this is sharing joy with others. This is like sharing in the material world and stability, and this is sharing joy with others, and remembering maybe how somebody helped you at one time. Remember how it feels to be on the other side of it. So if you are witnessing somebody speaking poorly about somebody, or maybe there is a way that you can stand your ground, that you can let it go, stick up, be the light instead of falling into that sort of conflict. Okay, that's for somebody. As light workers, it's kind of our job to, if we notice it, if there's a healthy way you can redirect a conversation, show others a different aspect. I don't know. For instance, like I have a downstairs neighbor who is hurting inside. She's very much angry a lot, screaming a lot, and it would be very easy. Last night, she came home at like 2 o'clock in the morning and was screaming because somebody parked in her parking spot and was screaming, "You effing a-hole, get out of my spot." She's slamming the door over and over. And I was falling asleep to my lady, like talking about gratitude and peace in your heart and being grateful in all things. And I'm like in this Zen moment, and she comes in and she's like, slam, slam, slam. I'm like punching cars and waking up the whole neighborhood. And I can just, so this is why this is coming up. I think I needed to share this story. 3 months ago, even 6 months ago, I would have been down there, and I would have been like, I would have been putting my energy into shutting it the fuck down. Instead, with everything in my power and in me, I shut my bathroom door so that it wouldn't be so loud, and I turned up the volume on my phone, and I just like dropped into my heart space and consciously chose peace. I'm like, I am choosing peace right now. I'm choosing to not let this disrupt my energy, disrupt my peace, disrupt the light and the connection to the divine within me. Like, I am choosing peace. I'm choosing peace, not getting involved. And it's very, very, very much different than, like I'm telling you, even just 3 months ago, I would have reacted. So slowing down and responding differently is something that I've really, 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 really worked hard on. And it is not always easy. It is not always easy. And it's way, I have been raised and brought up in chaos and conflict and bickering and arguments, and just finding everybody around me was always trying to find a problem with everybody else and point the finger. And it's just been, my whole life has been chaotic. And then from childhood, and then I chose partners who were that way too, of course. And so this is a whole new game for me. This not reacting and choosing peace and choosing love and choosing light no matter what, and unconditionally loving all of those people. I pray for her. I send my heart, I send the energy from my heart to her, that she finds peace, that she finds her connection to God, her connection to her soul self, that she heals, that she finds healing and peace and joy. I pray for those who I used to want to punch. Pray for those you want to punch. there's one for you. So that came out for some reason. For some reason, somebody needed that. Let me know if you can relate to that in the comments. Anybody pressing your buttons lately, and how you are rising above that. With the water guardian, we have connect with your emotions. So let's see with the tarot what angels and guides want us to know about the water guardian. I know this. This reading seems to have been kind of all over the place today. I hope that it's making sense to you out there. You know, I do this for you guys, and I have no idea how it relates to you unless you let me know, or if it did at all. And if it doesn't, tell me what you would like to hear me talk about. Tell me what you would like more subject matter on, what's helping you, what's hindering you, what you do or don't agree with, so that we can build a community of people overcoming addiction and connecting to their divinity, connecting to their soul's path. That's my whole goal with this channel, is just to help people understand that we don't have to forever be in recovery white knuckling it, that we are limiting ourselves by identifying as addicts and alcoholics for the rest of our life, and that words have power, and that we have more power, and that we can use our words to overcome these limitations and these life lessons that we came here to overcome, not be stuck into a confining box of. If you're still here with me, you're a real one. I appreciate you very much. Let's get through this. The Water Guardian, angels and guides. Why is the Water Guardian here? With connect with your emotions. What do we need to know about this? Stability. Okay, so connecting with your emotions, the Water Guardian, connecting to your emotions is bringing stability in your life. This is the card of stability, physical stability. It's a card. It is a card. It's a card of physical stability. It's a card of financial stability also, by connecting with your emotions. So I wonder how that relates. Angels and guides, can you tell us what else about this? It's just, yeah, okay. So the Hanged Muse, having a different perspective. Saying look at it differently. Yeah, physical stability, and you're grounded when you're connected with your emotions. Okay, that's their card. They're telling me to, they threw out the Hangman, like look at it differently, have a different perspective. So it's not about finances. Connect with your emotions. Also, this is a card of holding on too tightly too. This can be a card of like maybe gripping too tightly to something. But I think with connect with your emotions, it's just going to create stability within you to understand where the original incident, learning, thought, lesson came from, that has your emotions or your mindset thinking a certain type of way. Where did you learn that? It's kind of like the programming, you know, we all have programming due to our environment, due to our bring up, our upbringing, and the people who influence us. So really getting down to the nitty gritty. Okay, what else, angels and guides? The Water Guardian, the Four Materials, and the Hangman. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's healing. It's the end of a, so the Ten of Voices coming out reversed. So upright. It's like somebody who's been hurt, somebody who's been damaged by other people's words. But we're coming out of this damage and healing. It's connecting with your emotions is providing stability, a new perspective, and healing from the learned behaviors, words, or things said or pointed towards you that hurt you by others. It's providing stability, a new perspective, and healing by connecting with your emotions. Anything else? Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, stability, perspective, and healing. And it's the end of, at the 10, we're at the end. So it's the end of a way of thinking. Connecting to your emotions, It's giving you a new perspective, a higher understanding, stability, and an entirely new way of thinking, of processing in your mental space. Not doing it from a place of hurt or victimization, really understanding that things are just things, and it's only the power that we give them that makes them hurt or help. So I like that a lot. Let's see what the Water Guardian says. Connect with your emotions. So it says, take time to understand how you really feel. Know that your sensitivity is not a curse, but a gift that allows you to receive and understand messages directly from your soul. Water is the element that is in your blood, your tears, and your flesh. The Water Guardian represents the angels of water who can help you dive within to understand the depth of your emotions. These angels are all about helping you see that your emotions aren't just the feelings that are on the surface. They are also the old emotions that you may have locked deep within the shadows of your soul. Through helping you acknowledge your deepest emotions, the angels of water help you to hear the messages they have for you and to unlock your intuitive powers and the energies of abundance. The extended message says, your angels want you to know that it's okay to feel the emotions that are surfacing in you at this time. It doesn't matter if they are joyous or sad, they are all powerful messengers that allow you to understand what you want and need. Taking time to breathe and acknowledge them lets them flow through you rather than crashing down on you as an overwhelming wave. Note that there are also intuitive psychic messages arising in you at this time, and unless you acknowledge everything as it comes up, you may miss important guidance that can lead you to support and love. So there we are again with you guys with our psychic abilities coming in. So yeah, getting out of a mindset of now this hangman to me, so the Hanged Muse is also a card of enlightenment and higher understanding. This is a card of seeing things from a bird's eye, seeing things from the eyes of the divine, and kind of being suspended. So maybe you are suspended at an in-between time right now while you have healed or recovering from some sort of mindset of being hurt, and you're completing this cycle and stabilizing yourself in the physical realm because of it. So I really like all of that. Please let me know if these messages resonate for you, how they resonate for you. Let's close it up with sacred geometry. Yeah. That's it. That's it. Of course, the one that I didn't get out. So we have sacred geometry activations. I'm going to do one of these. One of these to wrap it up. Set that on the forum. Especially with the creativity, the healing energy, creator stuff that came through. Let's see what the sacred geometry has to say. And that card, the card of sacred geometry actually came out in a Palladian reading I did earlier. Okay. Actually, I was listening to a channeler on YouTube. The Palladians were speaking through her, and so I pulled out my Palladian oracle and threw out sacred geometry. So that's maybe what led me to using this deck. All right, angels and guides, cosmic and galactic brothers and sisters. Let's wrap it up with one sacred geometry activation, please. One to finalize this reading. There we go. Soul time. Here we are. So the frequency of soul time asks us to allow the possibility of a new reality to emerge, one that embraces the concept that while the corporal body is mortal, the soul is timeless, limitless, and infinite. And it's a number 40. So I'm going to go ahead and read about soul time, since it is the card. Okay, so as part of a duality-based world, the concept of time has been defined throughout human history in linearity with a past, present, and future. We look back at where we came from, apply lessons learned to our present, and move forward with expectations that are derived from that past. Linear time has been comprehensible and has made our future somewhat predictable. The story of our human history is told from the viewpoint that we are born into this world once and leave when we physically die. A straightforward story. Now that we are awakening into a consciousness of a much larger story than a singular lifetime on Earth and a defined three-dimensional reality, we slowly start to realize that time as we knew it no longer applies. Besides going back into the past and going forward into the future, we find spaces that are far and in between, spaces that are infinite and non-linear. We have arrived in soul time. Soul time means having access to all the experiences that the soul has been through, is going through, and will go through, all in any given moment that we choose. To demonstrate this evolution of linear time, the soul time activation has been created from a repetition of the infinity sign. The purple refers to our connection to the higher realms and source, a connection that needs to be securely established in order for us to experience time outside the reality of three-dimensionality. The yellow is our inner power and the way we manifest ourselves here on Earth, the solar plexus. The hexagons in the image refer to the form-based world, which is linear and three-dimensional, yet an equal component in our experience of reality and time. And they have this exercise. You can try this if you would like to. It says, close your eyes and contemplate for a moment your infinity as a soul. What is your soul's curriculum? What circumstances and experiences have you created for yourself so you can evolve towards your highest expression? Are you including the messages that come to you through your dreams and your intuition? Keep a dream journal so you don't miss a thing. Dreams have been coming up a lot lately also. So that is soul time for you. Thank you all so much for being here today. I'm going to leave you there with that, with those thoughts. Let that all sink in and activate. Take that sacred geometry activation with you. Let it permeate into your being. Let it make you question your life and everything else. And then at the same time, please let it give you solace in understanding your infinite, your potential, your power, and your purpose here on Earth in this lifetime, and what we came here to do, what we all came here to do, because somebody out there, you are a great teacher in the making. If you're not currently doing it, you have a new physical beginning here, and you are destined to be seen, successful, and victorious. So thank you so much. If you would like a custom reading by me, a custom-made subliminal or meditation, or some physical personal training to get your body strong and full of vitality and ready to embrace all these miracles and blessings coming into your life, please see the Buy Me a Coffee link down in the description box or on my channel page. I want to thank anybody who donates, gives gratuity, makes monthly donations. It all helps me recover from, you know, some of the bridges burnt during my little lesson learned of the last 30 years, so, or 25 years. So thank you all so much for helping me to build my life back up. Let me please continue to connect you to your destined path, to your life purpose, and help build you up, and let us build each other up in incredible, miraculous, beautiful, connected ways, sharing our unconditional love, our soul connection to each other, and our joy, our peace, our trials, and our overcomings. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.